Hello, Internet. Sorry for the lack of activity on this channel in the last 2 weeks, probably. During the day, I spend the whole time tired or busy or both, just tiredly typing at my computer, like, oh yeah, 100 words that time. And then at night, my lighting is really bad, and for some reason, recording at night also somehow feels like the intro to an NCIS episode. So now that my excuses are out of the way, time for the word count of last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which was all back in January, and it's not January anymore. Can you believe that? The year just started and we're already in month two. So on last Thursday, 130 on three different poems, 45 on a file that I'm calling alphabetical advice. It was a prompt on Twitter by, I don't remember, Writer's Right or one of them like that. And then 175 words in total. Friday, 12 on just one poem, 73 on a skit for my Sonic fan characters, which I haven't written about them in quite a while. At least not on my snippets file that's just so huge. So many ideas for them. I just had to have a file of snippets, and then that became a thing from then on. I have a snippets file for every story of mine, of, well, snippets that may or may not actually go in the stories, but I have to write them anyway. These vlogs are kind of like snippets when I think about it. Like the snippets of the last so many days. 85 for Friday, and then on Saturday, 310 on a scene, making the weekly word count to 1,480. Seems like the last so many weeks of all of January just got worse and worse every week, didn't it? Wow. I'm trying not to blow up into another rant. I'm going to also cover Sunday since that was the last day of January. 123 on Project Gamma, but I ended up deleting some of those words Monday. That's because I had written this um one part in the file on my computer, and then driving on our way to church, a little long drive. I don't usually write before church, but I did this time. I wasn't entirely sure how that scene begun. It wasn't the beginning of the chapter, it was almost the beginning, so I was writing from the actual beginning, and I wasn't entirely sure how to fit the two scenes together, so I had this one end, and this one has beginning, and didn't quite sync, so I had to delete some words and add a few more the next morning to sync them. Did I say that the other file was on my AlphaSmart? Because that would make it make more sense instead of thinking I brought my laptop with me, because then I would have had the file. Also, we were visiting a different church than the one we usually go to, in case you're wondering why it made any sort of difference, why you usually don't right before church, but this time was different. In case that it makes sense, because I feel like I made such little sense just right then. Like that sentence, don't blow up in another self-hating rant. Okay, and with those, what did I say, 123 words was the beginning of another week and the ending of a month. For no reason, I'm more in the mood to get work done than I had been the entire month. Maybe it's a January thing that I tried, but then I kind of crashed, so then I quit trying so much, because that happened last year. Last year I was a mess all of January. Beginning of February, I just got tired of it. I got tired of being tired all the time and getting nothing done. So I was like, oh yeah, boom, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start writing again. I am going to write a story in a day. I wrote 1.5 chapters, but I tried. But the next day I still wrote, and then the next day, and the next day, and I kept writing and kept working until last month. December was the month I was supposed to be taking a break, but I was bored, so I ended up some weeks not doing much, but then some weeks I would do some. And then January, when I was supposed to get back into doing things, I I was a mess. Like my hair right now, But I feel like I'm recovering from that now, starting with actually getting this vlog done. You always have high hopes for the beginning of the year, but if I need to just kind of crash through January to be able to build up the energy to work the rest of the year, that's fine. I'm not going to be hard on myself. Last month, I did okay. I tried sometimes. Sometimes I didn't feel like trying, but it's okay. It's okay because now I think I'm going to do better. Now I'm going to make myself do better. That's a better line. I'm going to go with that one. But enough about me. How did your January go? How were your goals? Were they met? Did you feel a little disappointed with how your January went? If so, that's okay. You've got 11 more months. Yes, I had to stop and count. The beginning of the year does not define how the rest of the year will turn out. So no matter what happens, don't worry about it. Just keep going. I know you can do it. Because I suck. So if I can do it, you definitely can. This is Peace, Love, Pink, saying good luck and signing out.